Hello! Hi, everybody. Dude, you know, for all the fellow glasses wearers out there, you know what it feels like? You got something smudged on your glasses, but nothing's there. And no matter how many times you wipe it, you put the spray on it. Is it just my eyes? I don't know what's going on today, man. Looking forward to stream. Thank you, Tiramisu. Appreciate that. What's up, Bonnie? What's up, Elquan? What's up, everyone? What's up, Gurnal? How you doing? Cheese Man, Beldoink, Lane, Kiro Official. How you doing, man? I'm so hyped for this stream. Me too today. Oh god, I should have cleared my throat beforehand. I have that on my eyeballs sometimes. Oh, the floaties? Bro, fuck those things. Actually, like, hardcore hate them. Have that happen when my eyes get dry. This feels like a smudge. Not even a floaty thing today. Well, I'm gonna clear my throat and mute my microphone. Alright. Use eye drops? Man. That stuff scares me. No, it's not a scratch. I don't know what it was. Sometimes there's dirt. Oh, on my eyelashes? That kind of helped, I guess. Maybe it was on my eyelashes. Totally blanked on that one. Damn, that was phlegmy. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I've been talking today too, so I don't even understand why. Maybe it's oils. Use some dish soap, maybe. Some Dawn, bro. What's up, guys? What's up, man? How you doing? I love the Neo75. Going to be moving to the Neo Ergo for writing. Today's going to be a really interesting stream. What's my vision prescription? Listen, guys. I don't know if I want to disclose that information. It's negative 5.5 on each eye, bro. It's pretty bad. It's getting worse. It's whatever, though. What am I supposed to say? Happy Friday, everyone, dude. I'd be washing my glasses in the sink. I use the spray and a microfiber. Sometimes I use my t-shirt when I'm like in a rush, like right now, but I mean, it is what it is. Yeah, but I'm negative 5.5 in one eye. Dude, that memory, click button. That memory of when I went to the eye doctors that one time, what was it, like 3 years ago? I don't know if you guys remember this story, but it still lives rent-free in my head, bro. No, LASIK scares the shit out of me. I don't know if I do LASIK. I don't know. I was like negative 4.75. Did you get LASIK, Jace? Hello, Alex. Hope you had a good day so far. We had my day sort of like change-ish plans, but for the most part, it's just been working, to be honest. So, a very interesting start to the weekend.
A very interesting start to the weekend. My girlfriend and I tried bubble tea for the first time. Verdict, 50% bubbles. And 50% what did we just drank?
So Zany, as your first time experience to bubble tea, what'd you end up getting? What was your first drink? You're -7, Zycos? That's what I'm worried mine's gonna get to. LASIK was good for me. My company paid half. LASIK's expensive too. They're even recommending, so I don't have like straight teeth or anything, but when I went to the dentist, a few weeks ago, they recommended me getting, they said mainly because like, I don't know, some sort of bite thing, and then they said also just for vanity, and they said those adult braces, what are they called? Oh my god, the ones that are like clear? Shit, what are they called now? Anyways, they said those adult braces, Invisalign, that's what it is. Thank you. They said those were like $5,000 to $6,000, depending on how difficult the Invisalign is. So, some of this stuff's expensive. I know LASIK is just as expensive as well. So Zany got, you got a mango pomelo sago. Those are good. That expensive? Yeah. I don't know if I'm ever gonna get one. Manic, you know what I'd always get though? Big old hug from Manic. How you doing, Manic? I hope things have been well for you, dude. Love you, buddy. Hope the week's been treating you well, and know that we all love you, my friend. My dad got LASIK after he had issues driving in low light. He was nervous at first, but he's so glad he did it. Shit makes me so nervous. I'm glad people do it. Like, I see so many people with good stories, but I guess I'm just afraid. Like, if I'm being real with you guys, the fact, like, I don't know, something going in my eye just feels weird, you know? It's like 5 minutes, painless, cost 4K, but you smell burning, oh, okay. Jay's just made it 10 times worse for me. You smell burning during the surgery. Well, I think I'm never going to get it now. Maybe if there was like a 98% chance, now it's a 100% chance no. God damn. I did Invisalign when I was 30. Wish I did it sooner. Highly suggest it. Tay, I did it too. Ask him about it. Fuck, do I really have like 6K almost to dish out though? There's a medical reason why I'd probably get it, just because of some bite thing, but like, I don't know, man. It's hard to really like think about, you know what I mean? Get your eyes and teeth checked. Yeah, I think I'm due for an eye thing beginning of next year, because it's what eyes is every 2 years, right? And then teeth is every 6 months, at least what they recommend. Well, I think they said 6K for me because of how difficult it might be or something like that. So certain tooth misalignments can cause other weird problems if not corrected. Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot of like crazy teeth are very important from what I understand. My shit was all crossed up at the bottom and one tooth nearly sideways on top. My body's now perfect and my jaw biting literally feels better now. Yeah, I guess it's something I really have to think about. It's weird though. Like, if I'm being honest with you guys, I think it's partly about, yes, $6,000 is a lot of money for something that like I necessarily like. It's hard because like you don't want to get it, you know what I mean? It's not like a fun experience in the long run. But I guess the payoff might be worth it. But I think it's also just the fact that it's just like, I don't know. It's like a process. It's just more stuff on my plate I need to worry about. And I already feel very overwhelmed with everything, so. Thank you guys, though, for the bits and the follows. I appreciate it, everybody. My parents got me braces when I was younger and didn't wear my retainer at all, and now I regret it. Yeah, I never got the braces when I was younger, but I hear that it's important you have to wear that. But yeah, I hope everyone's been having a good week. This week here feels like it flew by. Literally, I don't even know when it got to Friday. So nice. Because
and
it doesn't even feel like I had a Wednesday or Thursday.
To 17.
And thank you so much for gifting a sub. I appreciate that, dude. Aside from cosmetics / looks, teeth can also cause TMJ, and it'll be especially bad if you hold your tension in your jaw. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot. Just mouth stuff is very important. How heavy is the Neo75? Do you guys want me to jump into this? The Neo75? So, just so everyone's aware, here, I'll switch back to this camera for a second. The Neo75 was sent out by QWERTY Keys Neo. They are letting me keep this. This is a sponsored stream. So you guys are aware. Is that going to stop me from being honest? Nope. I've been very, very brutal with Neo keyboards in the past, and I'm not going to stop today. Yeah, this looks like it comes in a hard shell. We're going to go through the entire document together because there's a lot to digest with the document. So it's in the build command. If you guys want to click it and follow along, perhaps I'll just share my screen as well in case you guys are not interested in following along and just kind of want to watch. So let me actually pop that up real quick like. All right, so the Neo75. Hello everyone, this is Neo Studios again, XD Face. As our old friends know, we've always focused on enhancing acoustic design and structure to set the Neo series apart from trendy market offerings. I don't know if we need to read all this. It's a 75% keyboard. They did mention this when they were speaking to me about it. It is kind of focused in on using some copper. The CU series is what they're calling it. You guys will see. I think I ended up getting a copper one today. I believe mine was silver and copper. So, should be interesting. XD Face. It's a nice looking board. You guys will see the side profile. We'll see the side profile once we open this. I don't know if you guys care too much to read about the appearance and design, but it features a non-exploded 75, which I love. I think that's awesome. I know some people have their differences on exploded versus non-exploded 75s. I have no preference. I like both of them. And you guys will see again, it's a beautiful design. I actually think this is one of their better looking keyboards. The Neo Ergo was very nice looking as well. And I like the fact, and you can already tell just by looking at these small photos over here, you can already tell that Neo is doing a lot more thoughtful designs opposed to just kind of slapping some stuff together. No offense to their other keyboards, but I did feel like everything prior to the Ergo, maybe the V80, the TKL, was just okay looking. Like most of this stuff was just kind of meh. It does have a ball catch structure and magnetic connectors, pretty standard fare of most of the Neo keyboards these days. And then we have dual mounting systems. So, new to this keyboard, you're gonna have your gasket, isolated bottom mount, which I have not used in a long time. We're gonna see. I don't know what they said about this one here, but bottom mount and other hard affixed structures have recently fallen out of favor due to their negative impact on typing feel. Pretty much why nobody uses them anymore. However, the Neo75's high-density copper bottom effectively suppresses those vibrations, allowing us to review this once popular style with improvements. We'll see. I'm really hoping they put more of their focus on making the gasket mounting sound top tier. We have innovatively combined gasket and bottom mount by wrapping the mounting screw with gaskets. Nothing new. We've seen stuff like this before. So we'll see. The modification eliminates unwanted noise caused by the direct contact between internal components and the case. It also ensures the copper bottom's distinctive acoustic properties are fully exposed. I appreciate the option here. Maybe it's just a cool add-on they thought. Maybe it sounds good. I don't want to judge this quite yet, but the OGR's insane version of the bottom mount, I mean, we'll see. This is on par or better looking than a Sonnet. I would say this is on par. Truth be told, like, if they pull off, I want to see it in person, obviously. The photos are one thing. If they pull off a good side profile with this could be like an alternative to a Sonnet. I don't know which PCB we got today, but there is a solder, a wired hot swap, and then a tri-mode hot swap. They are all 1.6 mil, and then there's some compatibility. Now, I'm not sure if they all offer the same thing. And then we have plate with distinct characteristics. Well, take this with a grain of salt. I don't like when people do these type of things. Not the hard versus soft, but the clack versus thock. Take this with a grain of salt. Depends what switches you use. Depends how you build things. Well, they're offering carbon fiber, alu, FR4, POM, and PP. So, and then specifications. This is where this keyboard gets fucking sick, dude. 7-degree typing angle, 16.8 millimeter front height. I did kind of skim through these before stream, so I'm not too shocked by some of these things, but 16.8. Ooh, guys, I'm here for that. I am so here for that. And then these are all the colors. So these are the anode. What's the difference between? Oh, with copper. Anode versus spray coated. So we have tons. We got silver, we got black, we got gray, we got navy, purple, burgundy, green, gray gold, cornflower, and then in the spray coated series, we got cream, retro white, and white. Cornflower looks interesting. Not a color that's my least favorite color on this, but it's a cool color. I think silver obviously is more up my alley. The purple looks nice. The burgundy seems... Everyone's doing burgundy and greens these days. This is crazy. Gray gold, Gregory. Huh? The Blue Dune is the best, believe it or not. No way, dude. The Blue Dune is not the best. And then we got the second best part, maybe even the first part that's amazing about this keyboard. A keyboard that smiles back at you, dude. We truly got the best. And then we got some different accent badges too. Dude, for real, Cavi. Just a big old smile, dude. The snack that smiles back. This is the keyboard that smiles back. And there we go. Now, pricing is actually something I didn't read. Do they not have pricing for the board yet? Oh. I thought the pricing would be in here. Seabass, thank you very much for the tier 1. I appreciate that. It might be TBA. You know what? Here, I think we're done looking at this anyways. So let me see if I can quickly send one of their reps a message. Maybe we can get some like insider info. I don't know. Dude, someone was so mad on YouTube that I type with one finger or like, 2 fingers on this side. They were so upset. They were like losing their mind in one of my comment sections. I always look at pricing. You kidding me? China GB was $200. Might be in and around the same. I don't know, like estimate. I think I would love for this to be sub 220. I think that would be insane. But we'll see. Thank you, Fran. I really appreciate the prime. 200 is pretty good if true. I agree. All the touch typing purists. Alex coined the 2-finger typing style. Truthfully, I don't know if I did, but I'll take credit. Do you think typing like that makes Alice boards hard for you? So, believe it or not, I actually get more correct when I use Alice bars, or boards, not bars. Like, I type more correct. So, where did my hair go? Rollins. That's crazy. Adam hasn't been here in so long, he missed my haircut. That's crazy, dude. Hurricane took it? Goddamn, bro. Alice boards definitely force you to type properly. I agree. They do. Under 220 would be insane. Yeah, I don't know. I'd like to know all the pricing, but I don't know if it's going to start with that way with brass, but we'll see. This is the copper unit today. It's silver and copper. I can imagine this being maybe a smidge more expensive. So, I mean, without further ado, I guess let's just check it out. I can't believe a keyboard enthusiast has so bad typing method. Oh my god. It says 175 USD starting. Where does it say that, Boney? On the page? Where? Bro, I do not see a starting price here. Oh, you say. Okay. Just your guess. Aren't you worried by typing 2 fingers? The other fingers in your hand will atrophy? And eventually you'll just have 2 really muscular alpha fingers next to 4 shrimps? You're making me really concerned now, Lane. Red Vaughn, thank you so much for the prime. I appreciate it. Got me feeling self-conscious now, dude. Alright, let's take a look at what's inside the box here. Ardang, thank you so much for the prime. Well, see, the thing is, I don't know, like you're saying maybe it'll be $300 to $400 IMO Frost. Normally that's how much I would think, but they're kind of touting that they have like copper on lock from the opening paragraph that we kind of looked at, right? So if they're kind of touting that they're like, hey, we got copper on lock now, maybe they also can bring down the price of that somehow. If it's $220 for the whole thing with copper, I'll be outstandingly surprised. But I don't know. I think the highest I can maybe see this going is like 300 lower. It's supposed to be the Neo series, right? Because QWERTY Keys and Owl Labs have like different series of keyboards. I think Neo is now kind of like that in the middle one. Was like the lower one, but I don't know now. I'm not too sure. Haven't caught many streams. Soup, how you doing? Any boards you really enjoyed? There's been a lot so far, yeah. More recently, I've been really liking the key cult that we built. Mind you, it's mainly the switches I think I've fallen in love with here. So we got, I think these are the Owl Labs stabs or the Neo stabs. Aluminum, is this aluminum? Aluminum plate. I'm guessing this is the PP plate. And then we have a hot swap. I don't think this is the wireless one, but it's the hot swap PCB. It actually doesn't look too bad for compatibility right off the bat here. We'll open this up in a moment.
Did you take some time for yourself this week? I finally feel better. BTW, enjoy some adult beverage.
What config did they send you? You guys will see in a second. I did take some time off yesterday to myself. It does have a... This is a cable? A cable in the box as well, which I'm just going to leave in there. We have screws, the gaskets, and I think more screws. We have feetsies, and then we have the board. Coffee is an adult beverage. You know what, Adam? You're not wrong. All right. This actually is weighty. God damn. This might be the heaviest Neo board I think I've picked up. Oh, it's wrapped in a plastic. All right. Well, it's going to be a bit of a lackluster opening now. I didn't know it was wrapped in plastic. Oh, and there's a foam inside. Ooh, I like this little... Now, normally blockers, I don't know, I feel like meh and, I don't know, pressed by blockers sometimes. This is a nice blocker, actually. God damn. Yeah, this is the copper one. All right, let's take this off here. We'll use this. It's like a ripple. I kind of like it. Not a nipple, a ripple. Bro, I forgot it smiles at me. I don't know why, dude. It's just funny to look at. It's cool. I don't mind it, but I think there's a... What is this? Oh, it's just the coating on this. Is it a coating or is this a piece of plastic? Oh, it is a piece of plastic. I'm gonna get rid of this. There it is. That's much better. That is sharp looking. I would have loved thinner bezels on this, but obviously this is all preference. This is not an objective piece of criticism. Ooh, I do like this design a lot. I love when people kind of extend the bottom. We'll kind of zoom in a bit. I love this when people extend the bottom up on the front lip over here. I think that's super sharp looking already. You can tell how low this goes. Oh, this is indeed a nice side profile. Oh, that is sharp. That does look good, dude. That is very, very cool. It's not so deep. Like, I think this sonnet definitely is a little bit more contoured in that sense. But I do like the way this looks a lot. Damn, that is pretty. And then you can kind of see how it just curves into the back, which I think is a nice touch. This looks really good as well. Again, kind of peeking through with that copper or brass, whatever material you get. That is nice. This is actually really nice too. There was like a bunch of different styles. Piece of plastic still on this, but okay. This looks really good. This is such a crazy step up from where Neoline started. And dude, that's what I've been saying, right? Like my biggest piece of like, I'm applauding them right now. I feel personally, maybe you guys can feel your own way. They're now, it looks like, spending more time with each individual release and designing things to be a little bit more exciting. It's not just release board that has flat profile and everything to make cheap and call it a day. This is really, really nice. And this has a catchball system, right? So let's see. I don't know how easy or hard this will be to... Oh, very easy. Catchball system. Love the catchball system a lot. I know some people are still not huge fans of it. I like it. And as you guys can see here, they haven't skipped on anything either. So just like the Ergo and a lot of other past releases, it does have some silicone corners here, so no scratching or anything happens or anything like that. It even has, you know, your little bit of a force brake over here too, which is good to see. Yeah, and you have your pogo pin connectors over there as well. And he's even smiling at you, or she. I'm not sure. Whatever you guys want to do with this board. It does look nice. Here, oops, wrong button. Damn. This looks nice, man. So, I'm guessing these are what, an additional weight on the inside. And now I guess my question for this is, let me just triple check. Does this come standard or do you have to buy these additional weights inside? Because there are 4 stainless steel internal weights and I'm not sure if those come standard with the purchase. Let me see what comes with the base package. because this is looking pretty nice. Includes one pre-installed circular accent badge of your choice. Does it say it comes with the? I don't know actually. Content list. I'm not too sure. It might depend on which one you pick. Maybe it'll be foam or something. I think non-battery versions come standard with the weight. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't. They don't really have that in the Notion doc. How many parts is the weight? It's 4 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4. How heavy is the bare bones? I think it said, what, 2.4 to 2.8? Obviously, it depends on which configuration you get. 2.2 to 2.7 with the wired PCB. With tri-mode PCB, it's a little lighter. And that's including the stainless. And the reason why it's lighter with the tri-mode is because it has batteries. But actually, you know what? Judging by this spec list, it does look like they're saying this comes included, which, again, I want to know a final, like even a rough estimate price of this. That would be sick if I could get that. I don't think I'm going to be able to get that on stream today. I didn't realize they didn't have pricing in the pricing area. That's my mistake. Why does this look like it's going to punch way above what expected? I hope it does, dude. Can you check the pogo pin connector? See if it has any give? Yeah, I mean, we're going to be doing that anyways, but it does move around a little bit, which is a good thing to see. Now, the reason why we say that's good, I'm going to be very thorough with this today. The reason why this is a good thing, all right? If this doesn't shimmy around like what we're doing now, this creates a very stiff area underneath the PCB and plate. So if this was not like, just, adhered to one of the pieces on the bottom and didn't go up and down, this would have sounded different over like 2 or 3 keys. So that's really good that they brought that back. Because I think when I took a look at the QK65 version 2, it was fixed and it was very solid in the middle there. So this is the silver and copper one. I do love this badge though. Again, maybe blockers aren't your thing, but this is really cool. I like that a lot. Quality of the anode is pretty nice. I can't speak on the coatings because I don't have a coating copy here. What blocker? Sorry, I keep saying blocker. It's a badge. The corner badges. Technically, it is a blocker because you could put a key there technically. So I don't know. Can you actually install a key there? Do they offer a key in that particular position? I think you can just swap that out for a key. So I guess you can call it a blocker. But it looks like it offers it on the PCB. I might just leave it there. Cool. Let's stick some feet on this right now too. Now it does have adhesive feet. Not the biggest deal. Oh, is these? Oh, these are one of these ones you gotta rip apart. It does have adhesive feet. Not the biggest deal in the world. I know some people probably prefer to not have adhesive feet, but what is this? What, I gotta like do this to all of them? They do, it looks like they give you a bunch extra in the box, some black ones as well as some beige ones, which is good in case you lose one, but yeah, I think bump-ons, the standard clear bump-ons, I know they're not as premium looking, but because they're so widely available, I'm becoming more of a fan of them lately as well. But you know what, these should be fine. I'm not going to knock any points personally off of that. It wouldn't change my buying decision. What's the estimated base price? Someone was saying in chat, I think it might have been Mr. G off, that the Group Buy Overseas was about $200 to start. I don't know what the copper units would run for. It seems like it might be the brass. Any feet enjoyer in chat? What the? What's up, Joe JQ? How you doing, man? Finally able to watch you. 1440p is nice. Wait, you're watching me on 1440p? Did they switch it so now you can actually choose what you want to watch me? Because normally it's like 4K or nothing. It's so weird. So it's about twice the starting of other Neo boards. Odd. I actually disagree with you on that. I don't think it's odd. I think it's smart. You want to know why I think it's smart of them? I don't know what the cost is of this, guys. I don't know what the starting of this will be. We can say maybe approximately starting 200, 220, okay? I don't know. We're kind of guesstimating it right now. Here's my thought process. Hear me out. I can be wrong on this, I think, but feel free and disagree. If they were to continue to release very basic keyboards at $120, I think I would be completely bored of looking at them. And I think their market for enticing people who've already purchased their products would be completely dead in the water. I think it's smart that they're kind of branching out to try different designs, albeit maybe it's a bit more expensive, right? But, I mean, I think this particular design, based off of the number of parts you're getting, even like the finishes, the machining on the sides, you know, because this isn't like super cheap to do either. I think if they can get this at a good price, it makes a lot of sense that they're doing different things. I mean, even if they don't want to level up completely, I think they're not only bringing the really affordable boards, but they're also taking some more thoughtful boards. I think this is thoughtful, and they're putting a better price tag on it. I'm hoping. Again, we don't know for sure. But I think it's a smart idea, and I think it's lovely. You guys keep saying ball spin, but you guys had me wondering, does it actually spin? No, it doesn't, unfortunately. Let's take a look at the PCB. I mean, so far it's looking really good. This looks fantastic. The front height is so exciting on this too. That is so important to me. Neo really impressed me with their ergo. I'm being super crazy, like serious with this. They seriously impressed me with their ergo. Because prior to that, the Neo boards have always been a bit kind of like they're just okay. Like, I get why people buy them. It's a 7-degree typing angle. It's pretty standard. But their ergo blew me out of the water, and I'm really hoping this does the same thing. Heard we're doing ISO? No, but dude, look at the compatibility on the PCB. Good for them. I don't know if this was the same thing on the TKL that they did, but there seems to be a lot here. We got ISO, we got split, we got different space bars, we have split left. Good for them. The 80s like that? I don't really remember. Good for them. I'm always applauding when people can do a lot of different layouts on a hot swap PCB. Obviously, you can still get solder if you want. There's also the wireless mode, but what is it, 2014? Yeah, no. The black border's kind of sexy. To each their own. I actually don't like black borders on my PCBs. I don't like framing things like this. I think it's kind of not my style, but I don't think this affects anything. The 7U is north facing. Yeah, this may affect some people's decisions here, but gonna be honest with you, I haven't had any problems with north facing switches. So, have you guys had major issues with them? I've used a bunch of different switches in a bunch of different circumstances, and I have yet to find like a major issue, for me at least. I know it does affect some people with certain combinations, but so the difference between like a north and south facing one, I forget all the brands, but there are certain brands of switches that may not, you know, do super well with like alignment and whatnot. Again, I have not yet encountered anything like that. No, this doesn't have any RGB. No lights if you guys were interested in lighting, which is fine to me. I don't know what plate I want to use. I think I might go aluminum today. And then I have two different switches prepped for today. I was thinking we use these W1 diamonds. If you guys don't want to use the W1 diamonds, I have some Cherry MX2As that I'm willing to use. But I think the diamonds will be really fun in this board, because then we can pick between aluminum or PP plate. I don't think the Cherry and the PP plate will be my favorite combination in the world, but I'll let you guys pick when we get to that point. Infinite, thank you so much. I really appreciate it, dude. Thank you, dude. No scratch, please. Fair. PP or bust? Huh? Cherry equals boring? I know, but let me Let me try to back up my decision-making process. I think going forward, I'm going to be offering, when we do prototype builds that are, or even just releases like this that are really popular, I always want to offer Cherry or Gatoron as a side choice for you guys to pick, as well as something maybe different or something a little bit more, I hate to use the word exciting, but, you know, something different. Cherry and Gatoron for me are good because they're staples that we use and we know how they sound. So I think when it comes down to like a quality control or a kind of, you know, good standardized switch that we know sounds good, that's why I pick those. And that's why I start to use a lot of these for a lot of the boards we use. But W1 switches, we've technically used about 4 times now. They sound great for me anyways. I loved them in the Dune. So we can take a look at these today if you guys want. I'll let you guys pick. Can you please address how happy the bottom looks? The smiley face and the weights look like an axolotl? Head tendrils? Do they act? Oh, they kind of do. I wonder if that's on purpose. They kind of do, though. You're right. It really does, yeah. It really, really does. So we need 4 stabilizers. It's a cute looking board so far. I haven't even thought of what keycaps to put on this. Have you ever tried Akko switches? I've only tried Akko switches a handful of times. They're not bad at all. I just haven't had the want to try them. I'm actually, lately I've been on my Gatoron Milky Yellow kick. It is crazy, but I've been really liking it. I have a kind of a philosophical question for you, Alex. Go for it. I'm always here to try answering questions. Can't promise you it'll be a good answer, though. But I'll try to answer it. Akko Piano Pro is top tier at the price. I've heard a lot of good things about some of the more recent Akko releases, for sure. Milky Yellows. Yeah, so remember I told you guys I was potentially going to be doing a big release, well, a trickled release of just extra switches that I've lubed for you guys to pick up if you guys want. The first batch of that stuff will probably be Milky Yellows. I want to order a big batch of Milky Yellows, and I just requested a quote today for a big batch of them, and that'll allow me to have a bunch, and then I can also just sell them to you guys as well, because that's been like very requested, as well as people really like it. So also, Sim, thank you very much for the Prime. I really appreciate you using that here. Seriously. What is your safe choice for Switch when you build in the keyboard? I think Cherry switches. Cherry or Gatoron Milky Yellows. Hence why I want to build so many boards with those. What is your guys' safe switch? I got the Cap V2 Milky Yellows and had a really hard time picking between them and Oil Kings. Oh my god, I love the Cap V2 Milky Yellows. Sorry, I'm going a little off topic here. The Cap switches are still, in my opinion, very underrated. I don't know why they don't get as much praise as they should. I think they're fantastic. Oh my god, Boba, not this again, bro. Have you found always striving for comfort? Ooh, hold on, it keeps going down here. So, wait till like you said, have you found always striving for comfort makes life just less enjoyable? Like choosing to do the harder thing that requires more work makes life all the sweeter. I understand the question. And dude, there's a part of me that wants to answer, yeah, I put myself out there a lot, but I know the truth of the matter is I fucking don't, dude. Not as often as I should. You know what I mean? But I also think that we're all different, obviously. For me, I think the way I live my life is I kind of just... How can I word this? We'll kind of use this stab as something to represent it. I'll do something daring and then I'll do something comfortable for a long time until I feel good again to do something daring. You know what I mean? And I'll kind of have these like lulls of standard periods of time, you know what I mean? But I know some people who have like, shorter ups and downs when it comes to that. Maybe some people are just very much on the up with how daring they are, and how much they put themselves out there. But it's weird. I have to be in the right mentality to do those type of things. Or else I'm just, I'm comfortable with the familiar. If that makes sense. I use Obscuras, used to love KT Roses, but don't use them much anymore because, to be honest, I love using different switches in every build, and I only allow myself to have one type of switch in a build. I mean, that makes a lot of sense. Only way I'll use that switch in other boards is if I take him out. Hell yeah, dude. Honestly, that makes a lot of sense, though. I should do a lot of my personal boards with different switches, but a lot of them end up with the same. No way, bro, just use a spacebar stab wire to drop a life-changing quote. My bad, dude. Did you, overlube your Switch? What do you mean by that? Do I like to overlube my Switches? I would love to hear your thoughts on the board I designed with someone local to my preference. Dude, I would love to take a look at that. DM me. I can take a look at it when I have some time here. Have you ever had older WS2 sets? Oh, no, you know what? Not yet. I have not had any WS2 go yellow on me yet. I've heard that some of them can, but I don't think either I just haven't noticed, or I just don't think mine have. No, dude, I don't take out a lot of switches. When I give away keyboards, you guys kind of see how many switches I leave in the boards. I don't really take them out. It's very rare that I reuse switches for content. I kind of just like doing switches. So I end up just, when I do board giveaways, I just give the switches away to you guys too. We'll just go back to this view for a bit. Dude, Elden Ring is beautiful. Although, dude, let me tell you guys, I'm going to put you guys on Diablo 4, alright? I'm putting you guys on Diablo 4 right now. The new D4 patch, I've been having an absolute blast with. There's so much content in that. Oh, it's a nice side profile. Dude, I like the cat on the back of this too. You designed this? Hell yeah, bro. This looks sweet. The badge on the bottom right blocker is cool too. I'm literally playing Diablo 4 right now. Hell yes. It's so good. Ice, I will be taking a look at it. But I don't have any thoughts right now. It looks cool. I don't know when I planned it again. Did I play Shadow of the Erdtree? No, not yet. I haven't had a chance. Diablo is as much as I can really handle at the moment, because I don't have to invest a lot of time. I mean, and I took a day off yesterday and I played for quite some time yesterday, but I find myself so much enjoying being uncomfortable, driving with the window down on a cold morning, taking that hike at sunset when you're tired at the end of the day, choosing activities that wear you out and require some input from you. My trip in the woods had me riding the dirt bike on super hard trails. I fell and smashed my knees and I'm so sore, but it feels good to accomplish stuff like that. Yeah, but I think maybe to kind of, I get what you're saying, but I think to go back on that kind of conversation too, I think there's so much of the, on a daily basis, your I think every person's magnitude to what they do that's kind of like different, and daring kind of varies. You know what I mean? Because I learned a lot of like mini skills that I probably don't even need to learn. And I think those are a lot of fun. And I do a lot of like new things. Like I'm doing some other projects outside of keyboards, like building things, like a lot of craft work, you could say. But I don't know. Like I get what you're saying. I think maybe mine just isn't as extreme as yours. You know what I mean? But I still like being comfortable. Like I like familiarity. change has always been a little bit difficult for me. I don't know why that is. I don't know if anyone else can relate, but when I do something daring, it's a lot of fun. The new Neo75, indeed, we have it, Phoenix. We're taking a look now. I've played Diablo 4 like 6 to 7 hours today. Oh, I'm so jealous. I'm considering playing all night tonight. Maybe. Neo75. I'm really hoping this is another winner from Neo. Because, dude, the Ergo was sick. Oh, if I want to ask you about your setup, would I be able to DM you? Idiom, do you have any questions I can answer now? I'm happy to answer now. But yeah, you can just DM me. Yeah, I'm going to try, if I can, tomorrow night I might go live with the Test 65. But it might be sometime during the week. Just kind of going to tack it on to a random night this week. Because there's just a lot of boards. And they sent over the tests. And there's just a lot of projects I'm trying to cover this week. And next. I get that, Alex. Life happens in seasons. I just have been really enjoying this one. I'm happy for you, bro. I think being happy, being stressed out in good ways is just good for your soul. I am. The seal will be coming in sometime. I don't know when, but we'll stick it in there too. For me personally, I decide to be comfortable most of the time and do things that make me feel comfortable. Like, I love to write things, so most of the time I write easy stories, but once in a while I try something new, like add the point of view of a second character, doing something daring every once in a while, and doing something comfortable. Things most of the time, in my opinion, is the best approach. Hey, you do whatever makes you feel happy at the end of the day. It's no one's life to live but your own. Do I think you should get the Neo75 if you have the Neo80 and Neo65? That's a toughie. Like, I think the first question that needs to be asked is, do you need another keyboard? That is the very first question. Like, I think there's prerequisites to buying things. It's, do you need another one? Do you feel like you'll have value out of having a 75%? Do any of us need one? Well, you could need it for different reasons. Hear me out. I don't mean to be like all philosophical about this too, but you could just want it. I mean, you could need or want. We'll use those words interchangeably right now. You could want or need another keyboard just because you're bored and you want to build something, and that's your form of entertainment. You know, maybe this is how you want to spend your money. You could also just want a keyboard or need a keyboard for a certain particular task of you need a certain layout. So there's tons of reasons. And I think the follow-up reason is, if you do want or need it, yeah, it's relative to what you're doing for sure. If you do want or need it, can you financially? Are you good financially to get it right now? Everyone's situation is a little different, right? Sometimes we're not in that right financial situation, and I think that's also important to consider. An old fortune teller lady told me that if I didn't buy a 75... Dude, Lane, guess you have to pick one up, my guy. I don't think the word need applies to anyone in the custom keyboard hobby. Well, you're right. I shouldn't use the word need. Mainly wants, but you know what I mean. Everyone should know what I mean, I hope. Hi, chat. Hi, Alex. What's up, Kip? Going broke over a hobby is never worth it. Yeah, which is something I always try to talk about here. It ain't worth it, everybody. I'm not building another keyboard until a month after you do my commission with you. I'm going to just mod the current one. I think that's also very fair. Use what you have. Should I grab a Neo75 over a Neo80? Okay, let me build a keyboard first, then I'll answer that one there. Because I have no idea if this is going to be better than a Neo80. It looks like it is on paper. But let me build it first, and then we can get you that answer. I'm not going to lie to you guys, but I'm not going to say just get it now. That'd be very disingenuous. Let me build it first. And then I'll give you a better answer there. We all need another keyboard for emotional needs. Hey, you know what? If it makes you feel good, man, and you're in a good spot to do it, it's not hurting nobody, why not? Emotional needs, I like that. Did you all know the average American spends $250 a year on their hobby? They said average though. Everyone here is above average, dude. Everyone here is more than the average. That should make you feel good. They said average. You know, I also think when they do stats like that, are they also including like people below the age of like 6 who can't buy things for their hobbies? I feel like that number isn't right. And like, dude, no, there's no way that number can be possibly correct at all. I understand there's variations of what people spend their money on and people who are very frugal with things. I get that. And people who can't buy things, totally understand. But that doesn't seem right. 250? I feel like that it's definitely above 250. Yeah, because I know people who are not into keyboards and like they're just into other hobbies and like one item, like a camera, for example.
Wow. Well, that stat made me depressed.
Why did it say wow like that and then it said depressed? Oh my goodness. The Neo75, that particular board, the new one that they have, I don't know the exact date we're doing it, but sometime, I think, it might be the 29th or 30th of October we build that. Yeah, dude, TTS is definitely ready for the weekend. Depressed. Dude, I don't know why this always happens. I feel last month was pretty packed with keyboards too, but like there was like 3 months prior we just didn't have a whole hell of a lot of releases. I'm not saying they weren't good or bad releases, there just wasn't as many. But I feel like with keyboards, it's usually in like May and February, I find. And then end of year, like October, September is when everything comes out all at once. Why do I have a West Virginia mug? I'm trying to think of something funny, but I don't got no answers for this. Mike gave it to me from Novel Keys. I wanted to ask if you know why your mic sounds like it does. Out of all the key YouTubers, you have the most unique and arguably best sound test, even compared to other people with similar expensive mics. Could it be the distance from the mic, the audio interface, or something? So, the shotgun microphone I have is a Sennheiser 416 MKH. Arguably a very flat sounding microphone, very like, there's no frills, there's no like enhanced bass or enhanced treble. It's a pretty well-known microphone for a lot of different reasons. Teha, I believe, has the exact same one. Now, I think Teha's stream also sounds really, really, really good. He has a very good audio interface as well. I'm not sure if he does anything with his audio interface. I actually had a very, 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 very nice audio interface prior to the one I have now. For a lot of reasons, I just switched. I use a Volt 176 right now for my audio interface. It has one or two little filters you can pop on it. I have none of those things enabled. I just don't care anymore to do any of that stuff. I think where I positioned my microphone and then how it's mounted. Oh, does he have a different model? I thought he had the MKH 416. Oh, okay. Well, I think where it's positioned and how I have it mounted also helps. It is mounted so it's completely isolated away from my desk. And then it's also positioned, at my older setup, it was a little bit lower. But this one here is literally maybe about half an inch above my head now. And it's just out of frame. So it's the perfect height. So I'm 5'10". I'm sure if I was a bit taller, this would be head level. But this is pretty much head level, right above your desk. It's more or less going to pick up exactly what you hear from the keyboards. I know that because I've used reference headphones. I sat here and I really fine-tuned, not so much in this setup, but my old setup I did, the exact way the microphone works with desks and rooms, so I kind of have a good idea of where to position this thing and how to position this thing. But yeah, long story short, I think positioning does help in this particular case. I also don't have, which this is one thing I actually think is very important too. I don't have a soundproof room, or a sound treated rather room. A lot of people treat their rooms with like all this thing, so it's like you can't hear nothing. I just stream in the room. Like there's some echo, which is pretty natural. A lot of people will have this type of room. And I think when you start to treat it so much to the point where you're just like, you know, it sounds unrealistic, it doesn't give you that sense of, you know, just how will this sound in the everyday person's desk? So I think that might also be a reason why you might like my sound tests a little bit more. I had my sound treated at one point, and I'm just like, this sounds really fake. But yeah, maybe it's those. I appreciate the kind words, though. I did at one point really go crazy into my audio stuff, so. But thank you guys for the few people that said I had really nice sound on my keyboard stuff. I really appreciate that, guys. Lighting, actually, when it comes to setup stuff, I'm not 100% happy with my lighting still. I feel like it could be a smidge bit better. But I want to do a few other things before I focus on the lighting. Alrighty, these are on. I think I might need to tune these a smidge, but I'll do that afterwards. So I think we are going to use the W1 diamond switches. Now, I don't know what plate I want to use. I kind of want to use the polypropylene plate. It's a PP plate and a aluminum plate. I'm pretty positive. Let me triple check with my message with them. Did you get your mic just for Keebs? No, I literally only got it for streaming. That is, I mean, I put so much time and energy researching what the best thing to get for audio was, because obviously it's a sound-based hobby as well. So it's just for streaming keyboards. I do not game on this. I do not do any, I mean, even when I take calls, I actually take calls with the microphone that comes out of the AirPods. Yeah, I mean, we could do either of the mounting styles, but I don't know what I want to use personally. I'm thinking the PP plate would be the better. The better plate out of the two for decisions here. Let me just, again, I'm just going to triple check this is the PP plate, because I think that's what I requested. It was a polypropylene and an aluminum. Yeah, PP. All right, I think we use the PP, right? Are you guys down for that? Uses the AirPod mic? Yeah, well, if I get up and I want to talk to someone while I'm pacing around the room, when I'm having like meetings and stuff, it's just easier to use this microphone. You guys don't do that? Pace when you guys talk? I pace so much, man. I get nervous when I talk, dude. Which one's that one there, Dan? I'm a big pacer. I pace a lot. Whenever I'm having serious conversations, I am up, I am fidgeting with things. I just need to concentrate. I'm not nervous in the fact that like I'll start stuttering or like anything like that. Like I've used to a lot. I've worked a lot on that. Now it's just, I fidget, walk around. Whenever I talk to my mother, I start walking around the table. Dude, not gonna lie, I do this sometimes too. No, luckily I put a carpet down, so I don't think we'll have any floor marks. So it looks like you can. I think I'm going to keep the badge in, or this blocker rather, because now we can actually call it a blocker. I think I'm going to keep that in, guys. I think that's cool. I think I want to leave that in. One of the very few times I might actually keep a corner badge in. Very rare times. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I'm really hoping that they put a lot of effort into like really making the gasket mount good. Some initial impressions, it looks like they've avoided putting any mounting points. underneath the spacebar. It just seems to be where the stabilizers start. So already off to a good start there, it seems. Yeah, we're not going to put any foam in this. I think that's pretty much what we've always done for Neo boards, and I don't think I'm going to start today. Yeah, luckily this seems to be interchangeable, so if you guys didn't want to keep the blocker there, you can just take it out. I do wish I requested the solderable PCB though. Not because I don't like hot swap. I just find them relaxing to do. Yeah, the diamond switches do have a little bit higher of a price point, but I do really like the way these sound and feel. I got to admit, they have good stock springs and they have a good sound signature. Can we just appreciate how friendly this Twitch chat is? No toxicity, no spamming. Yeah, everyone here is very, very awesome. I seriously mean it. Listen, I don't know about you guys, but like, I don't think I can be in that environment 24/7, you know? I think I need to have like a very, how can I word this? Not even so much calm, but like, I think I need this type of environment when I'm essentially relaxing doing keyboard things with you guys. Even when we're seriously taking a look at things, like, I don't know. Only Twitch chat this side of the Milky Way that doesn't shout a slur every 2 seconds. God, I cannot imagine how much that would piss me off. Such a great community. Everyone here is amazing, yeah. I wish I had a reason to buy a solder PCB, but hot swap's so convenient. Hey, I don't disagree. Hot swap is super convenient. It really is. Actually, you know what? One really cool thing about diamond switches is that every way that this faces is pretty much the same. So if you have like north or south facing switches, this shouldn't really matter because there's no bumps or anything on this that are different depending on how you put these in. I keep forgetting that's one of the cool features about the tops of these housings. How is the stem wobble on these? Not even noticeable at all. You can't really fit a film into this. I know because I always decide, let me just try with a film this time, and it never works. I do feel like you might need to use a plate fork for this if you go no foam. So I'm gonna get a plate fork for this. Dude, Toby, everyone's kind of said something different about the way this thing's smiling at you right now. I think that everyone's thinking this is more of an axolotl. But yes, it is smiling at you. It's kind of cute though, no? I think it's awesome, dude. What happened? What's this? Way too lucky. I got the Diamond Avalon switches after watching your review, and they're fantastic, but weirdly they feel like I have a tactile bump. Really? I'm like pressing on it right now. I don't feel that at all. Which ones did you end up getting? Which particular versions? Stupid clips never work right? Oh, you're trying to link something else? Do you have all your links in like a spreadsheet? Why do the diamond switches look like that? I thought they were blue. No, there's a bunch of different versions now. Different versions with different spring weights, etc., etc. It's the Minecraft diamond ones? Oh, well, I haven't used that particular color in a while, but I can't imagine them being different from these. My only gripe about this board is the bezels. Personally, not a huge fan. Yeah, Idiom, me and you are literally the same on this right now, dude. I said that was like my first comment on the board. I wish the side bezels were thinner. Only because lately, I know is this exactly the same in all sides? I don't think so. I think the sides are still a bit thinner, just by a smidge than the forehead and the chin here. But yeah, if this was a bit thinner on the sides, man, I would have went crazy for this. But I mean, it's still a beautiful looking keyboard. Smidger. Sorry, guys. Mixing up my words here. But yeah, I think that's really it. Giving a potential higher end price point, a cherry lip would have been nice. I mean, I think a cherry lip is always a nice addition to any board. But I don't know, I don't really equate it with like being higher priced or anything. How much is the board? We don't actually know. We're making educated guesses based off of the other group buy that ran in China or overseas. I don't know where else it's run. But we're thinking it's gonna be like 200-ish, maybe in and around ballpark that area to start. I don't know how much the copper bottom one will be. Maybe that will be a little bit more expensive. From what I know, the board is 170 to 200 without shipping. 200 for copper tri-mode wired. Was that pricing based off of the overseas ones? I'm a little hesitant to like... We're using that as kind of like our base point right now. Z Frontier. They may or may not have different pricing in different parts of the world for other reasons. So we're thinking like 200-ish to start. Yeah, I usually, when I look at overseas prices for group buys run there, just because I feel like they sell a lot more boards overseas than they do here in North America. So I feel like sometimes the MOQ is just implied to be a bit bigger there. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's it, Toby. I was thinking the same thing. Again, just kind of guesstimating here. Surprised they don't have a price in that document, though. It's very thorough with all the other information that they sent over, but I saw pricing, and then I was going to read it all on stream with you guys, and I should have just read into it a little bit more. Maybe it's still TBA. Maybe they don't actually have a price yet. Then do rolling releases with higher MOQ International. Yeah, I don't know what their game plan is, Gingy. I don't want to speak on behalf of them and then be completely wrong, you know? Yeah. Money, it's a business. Totally, but still. Their pricing usually follows a certain price range, right? I mean, sometimes, most of the time. Again, I would not be too pressed or, I guess, surprised if this board was a bit more expensive than some of their other releases. I think it kind of makes sense based off what we're seeing here. So this has a bottom, a top, 4 stainless steel weights, a blocker badge thing, and then also this piece here on the bottom, which is going to be your accent. And actually, you had mentioned that the hot swap wireless mode one is cheaper. That's because the hot swap wireless one doesn't have the stainless steel inserts. So that actually might be the reason why that seems a bit cheaper on paper. Machining of the side profile alone makes me think the price is higher. Yeah. I also think the price will be a bit higher based off that machining as well.
The price of the Neo75 might be TBA, but my love for you is not TBA. It is endless, albeit less than my girlfriend. I hope you understand, Alexotos love.
I understand, man. Thank you so much, Zany. Copper cost $20. Excuse me, that's insane. I mean, we'll see. Again, I don't want to like jump to conclusions based off of the overseas pricing on Z Frontier. I don't want to jump to conclusions there, okay? I think it's safe to look at it and make, you know, we can make our little estimates based off of it. But again, I don't want to jump to conclusions. Since this is a Neo board, it'll likely be in stock. I mean, I would assume it's going to follow everything else that they've been doing, which, yes, it should be in stock on their website when the time comes. I don't know if there'll be a bit of a mini lead time based off of pre-orders for this or something, but I guess we shall see. In stock as in rolling batches? Yeah, which is in stock. I think that essentially is the exact same thing. Any business in the world is going to have rolling stock. Hi, Bill Doink. Hi, Bill Doink. Is Bill Doink here? I thought I saw him earlier. Give me a Neo 1800 with copper bottom and I'll fucking die. Dude, don't they have the Neo 100 or whatever? Or is it the QK 100 rather? Oh, they don't have a Neo one, do they? Have I tried Syracuse keycaps? No, and I don't think I plan on doing that. The new hotness right now is 100% boards. Full size is the new hotness this season, I'm telling you. Keep the ceramics in the bathroom? No, I've heard very bad things about the customer service there. And again, I have no personal experience based off of this, and maybe they've changed, or maybe that was a few one-off experiences, but for that price point, for such a niche product, I don't even feel like risking it. Actually, now that you've tried both QK and Neo, and they come from the same company, how different do you feel about the boards? It's weird. I don't know what they're doing with the QK lineup. The QK lineup, let me keep it a buck, guys. The QK lineup's boring as fuck. When you, sorry, I should say it's boring AF when you compare it to the Neo lineup. The QK lineup feels like it's supposed to be this really weird, like generic, very standardized lineup of keyboards that they keep doing like new iterations to. But like, I really did not care for the QK75 V2. I just felt the design was so dated looking on that particular board. And I feel like they're doing better with their Neo line, and the prices aren't crazy different either. Like in the grand scheme of things, they're really not. So I really think they should just stick to the Neo line. There hasn't been much in the QK lineup that's interested me. Maybe the QK 100, maybe the new QK 60 lineup, I guess, sorta. But even that new V2 one that I recently did for a client, I think it was one of the better ones for sure from QK, but still like not enough for me to be like, let me go buy this right now. Ooh, this might sound really awesome with the PP plate. Damn, I'm pumped to try this right now. QK lineup is looking bad now. It looks like a budget matrix stuff if you haven't seen the new Z Frontier stuff after the new Neo QK65 IMO. Yeah. I don't know. Like I said, the QK stuff has just always been a bit boring to me. It's also why like I just don't look at it very often, the QK stuff. I look at the Neo stuff because the Neo stuff is genuinely way nicer. This is really nice on the internals too. The copper is well machined. Cool. Very, very cool. I'm going to start off with Gasket. I feel like that's the better decision right now. What do we got here? So I guess, let me see their little diagram here. So the gaskets just slip on like every other gasket from Neo here. Are they really just giving us the option just to screw it in if we so please? They are. So it looks like if you want, if you really want to make it a different sound profile, which is, I appreciate this actually. It seems like the only thing you really have to do is just screw it in. So right now it's going to be kind of like a twofer for installation, which I think is quite nice. I think it's a very smart design decision. So you still have the gaskets. Now I really hope this doesn't impact how the gaskets will sound. Like I don't know if this could have been better. Maybe if they just ignored the bottom mount. We'll see, I guess. We shall see. Good on them for not putting anything under the space bar. I guess let's just put this together. Installation wise, I mean, this just goes like this. It slots in a lines because it has little pegs here on the bottom, these little feet on the bottom of the gaskets. Look at that. Aligns nice. No, no anything, no wires to worry about because we have the magnetic connector here on the bottom. Dude, I love me these pogo connectors. That is so handy. Look at this. The Neo series is also so fucking easy. There's a hair on the bottom of the PCB. Bro, how do you see these things? That's crazy. You see these things and I don't. There's no screws in this. No, none at all. Well, there's technically screws if you want to screw in things if you really feel like it. But yes, there's technically screws, but to get the board built, you don't need to worry about them. How the fuck do you see that? Dude, I don't even know, man. Zany has those eagle eyes, you know what I mean? The side profile. Let's take a look at the side profile one more time. It does look good, though, dude. The side profile looks sweet on this board. Again, I think it's totally different from how the Sonnet looks like. Sonnet is definitely a little bit more high-end in their approach, but I think this looks really nice, dude. The way that it dips here in the center, even though it's not, and when you really look at it from here, from my point of view, not from top down, it's not super aggressive of a curve, but the light makes it seem a lot deeper than it actually is, which is really cool. Cool. All right, let's put some keycaps on this. I don't even know what I want to do. It's going to come in 1/3 of the copper Sonnet price. No? Yeah, I mean, technically, yeah. It'll be, I mean, again, estimating probably about that. 1/3-ish. GMK Voyage. Voyage could look interesting. Wow, my Wi-Fi is really going to get in the way of Alex time, and I decided to use my data on my phone? Dude. My internet last night was being so bad. I feel you there. I don't know what I want to put on this, man. Hold on, let me brainstorm this real quick. Let me brainstorm this. I wish I had GMK Copper. Fuck. It's a set I hope runs again soon. I don't have it, guys. I'm sorry. I don't have that set. Copper's such a nice set, though. I have Redacted. Redacted could look cool. Teja merch? Yeah, I gotta support the new streamer. Do you have GMK Orange Boy? I don't. We could do Olive Dark. I don't know, Olive Dark on this? Would it look good? You know what? Hold on. I think it might look good. I don't know if I have it on a board already, though. So let me triple check. I think it is on a board. I might have to go fetch it from whatever board it's on. No, this is the regular Olive set. Oh my god, please. Go back on that. It's on the Encore, you're right. I'd have to fetch it off the Encore. Do I want to do that? Do you guys want Olive on this? Olive Dark? Would Olive Dark work on this? I feel like the copper accent would look super nice. Nah? Nope? Alright. Here, I'm just going to read things off and eventually you guys will tell me right or wrong. So we have Olive, British Racing Green, Symbiote, Purple Knight, Night Runner, Retro Wave, Norse, Indigo. Indigo might look nice. Dual Shot. Mecha Kaiju. Mecha Kaiju might look pretty cool. GMK Zen Pond. I don't know about that one on this set today. What's this? We have Metropolis. We have Deep Field. We have Monokai Material, which also might look nice. Cladny, Botanical, Sumi. Sumi might look nice. DMG. Oh, DMG might look nice on this. Mecha Kaiju on this? You guys want Mecha Kaiju? Kaiju normal? I might need to go fetch it off the protagonist. One sec. Give me a moment, everybody. I need to play a game here of fetching the board. I don't like Mecha Kaiju, but I also voted for Mecha Kaiju. Hey, that's fair. I'm down to do Mecha Kaiju. Just give me one moment. I'll get the set. It's on the protagonist right now. Alex needs more keycap sets. Yeah, I do want to spend... I think for Christmas I'm going to buy myself 1 or 2 sets. I honestly haven't gotten a new personal set in quite some time. But yeah, I do need 1 or 2. Actually, I'll keep this up. I need this for the TKL. Let me just clean up for a moment here while you guys look at the board. For how beautiful the protagonist is, it's a good looking keyboard. I can't wait for people to order theirs to get theirs. It is real pretty though. Just bought MTNU Dulce for my HHKB Pro. MTNU is such an underrated profile right now too. I feel like you have to really try MTNU to really appreciate how nice it feels. Protagonist ASMR. Even some of like friends that I have tried MTNU for the very first time and said they loved it. I'm gonna keep this out because we might actually try the bottom mount. But for now, let's just put this in the Neo box. Actually, I should have asked for 2 PCBs. I would have done two builds today for this. PBS feels far better than MTNU. I have not tried PBS yet. Wait, I still need to take the keycaps off this. Spherical profiles are very nice. Ooh, we can use this artisan too, if that's the case. I'm really rooting for this, by the way, guys. I really like the way this board looks, so I'm very much rooting this is going to sound good. I am very extremely hopeful. Do I have a copper artisan? I have plenty. We can go get a copper artisan too. Copper and silver is so nice. Actually, let's switch back to this. This is nice to look at. I have a feeling this keyboard's going to be on a lot of people's radar. You know, I have a really good feeling about this board. Make it symmetrical with the blocker color. Symmetrical with the blocker color. Oh, put the copper here, you mean? Yeah, we could do that. If anyone's just tuning into the blocker, it seems like you don't actually have to use it if you don't want to. They'd have the socket underneath on the PCB, and you can just unscrew it. The style of this looks, in my opinion, better than the Zoom 75. The Zoom 75 is that chunky aesthetic, though. If you like the chunky aesthetic, then I feel like the Zoom's obviously the better choice. But the chunky aesthetic is, like, for keyboards anyways, I think it's a total vibe. You just have to like it, just like everything else, right? Zoom makes chunkier keyboards. Like, they're cool. The new iteration? I have not seen the new iteration, no. I've always wondered why some caps lock have the indent. Why is that? So these are called step caps lock. As for the like particular reason, I mean, I don't know of the official reason, but the reason I use it for is, you know, just like a lot of other people, just easier to not accidentally click this. This could be the 75 in my small collection, one board per layout. Oh, wow. That is a very, very dedicated collection. I like that. It's the morally correct choice. So you don't hit it. Oh, by the way, I have the best story to tell you guys. So before we finish putting on the keycaps, I got to tell you guys this one story that happened today. So in an older video, and this is like the weirdest thing too, because it was a bit of an older video. I mentioned something was really, I think the conversation when I went back to go look at the video was a conversation we were having about things being popular overseas. And then it was like an East versus West type thing. But I said in my conversation, there are certain things that are, you know, way more popular overseas than here in North America. And someone left a comment on my profile today on the video. And this is like a video from like 7 months ago. They said, but Alex, you don't live in North America. You live in Canada. Okay. Well, there's the play button. I don't know, man. It is what it is, I guess. Oh my goodness. Canada is like America's backyard. Oh, God. That's right. You live in America hat. That's true. That's true, I guess. Oh, God, my scenes are all weird right now. I get the feeling that they were one of my fellow Americans. It was just like, I read the comment. I didn't even bother to respond. Because, oh, this is F2. God, sometimes looking at these keycaps can be a bit of a pain as well. I mean, it is what it is. You live in above America, official term. Oh, this is the up arrow. Every day I get closer and closer to packing up and moving to Canada. Well, don't look in North America because we're not here. You just cut this part and link it to them? No, I think I'm just gonna leave it. I don't even feel like engaging. Alaska is just the ponytail coming out of the hat. True. Big true, dude. So, we need the super key. Let's put this back over here. And then I also need the page up and page down that go in that particular profile, which is all over here. So this is page down, delete. I actually really like this set. Good choice, guys. Nah, we don't do the orange, do we? I think we get a copper artisan. We can get a copper artisan for this. Oh, the lid. Yeah. Although I'm gonna be honest, this copper is definitely a bit more orange.
It's moments like this that makes me question if I truly live in a simulation, cack.
Hey, dude. Honestly, I don't even know, bro. Huh. Sorry guys, I'm just looking to see what I got here. I think most of my copper stuff is on other things. I know it's a little off. I mean, maybe it makes sense. How about this one? This is kind of dusty, I apologize. I don't know why the escape key from this set is over here. That's a really great question, but how about this one here? It's really the only copper one I have available. Everything else is brass or middle far right. The Umbreon? The Pokemon one? I don't know. This one? See, but this is a totally different tonality though, right? This is a lot more like brown. This is a bit more orange. That's why I'm not too certain. This copper definitely leans a little bit more orange, you know what I mean? That's why I was saying, like, I don't think I have this particular copper color. The MB Expo one, the one that's on the... I think this is actually the wrong color as well. This is still a bit more brown. See? Maybe we just use an orange keycap. Maybe we stick with the cool Krabba. Maybe we just stick with this guy. He's cool. I think maybe we just stick with him. Sorry guys. Tried to give you guys an artisan, but I don't quite have that color. Hard to color match? Yeah. I mean, interesting that we pointed that anyways. All right. So here's the side profile. It's actually, yeah, fuck it, let's do this. Here's the side profile with keycaps. I like it. I think this looks really good. Doesn't really want to focus on my hands, huh? I think this looks really good. Here's that front again with the weight kind of just peeking out. I love that when boards do that. I think that looks really sharp. Here is the bottom once again. There's many different types of bottom pieces that they have. I guess you'll be able to select that on their buy page. I don't exactly know what this here is called off the top of my head, but it's on the page I linked in my build command. Pretty nice. I like the bottom of this board, the kind of two-tone keyboard over here with some dimension to it. I think this looks really cool. Neo75 collab, that would be super cool. Yeah, I do think that, Bernie. I think this is way ahead of some of the other Neo boards. And again, what I really like, which maybe this was intentional, maybe it wasn't, this kind of design over here where they kind of split the middle is also present here on the bottom. You can kind of see over here too. I kind of like how that, is translated from the back, or I guess this is considered the back to the bottom. So I like that. It's kind of cohesive in that manner. I think that's really cool. Very, very awesome. And even this is well done. Might not be everyone's cup of tea to keep something there, but all right. Get this out of the way. I think I have to flash this PCB if I'm being real with you guys. I don't know if this will... Oh no, it does work. But I think they told me if I wanted to get this to work with V, I had to flash it. All right. So there's the board on the desk. Very nice. I think this looks cool. Stop showcasing me these amazing keyboards before I accidentally commit... Huh? Boba. It reminds me of Space Nipples. What the? Alright, so this is the gasket to start. Anyways, we're going to start with the gasket, then we'll open up and screw in the bottom mount. We're going to start with the gasket today. This is using W1 diamonds that I lubed with 205G0. I'm using the PP plate. No foam, no nothing like that. This is just gaskets, plate, switches, and GMK keycaps. Ooh. Little HJ test, and there's already a lot of tonality. That bassiness coming in very clear with the copper. And the stainless steel weight's actually probably doing a lot to kind of break up that sound profile too. The palm plate, I think, works nice in this. Oop. Let me tune the spacebar because I can already tell this is going to tick and be unpleasant on one side before we completely start here. So I want to give a good first impression, not just a half-assed one. Sounds kind of crisp or sharp. The W1 switches, they are a little bit on the crispy side. Like they do have a bit more of a plastic tonality. By the way, that's not a bad thing. It's all preference based. You may like that. You may hate that. I actually quite like W1 switches. I think they sound fantastic. But it is not objective. It is just preference. Why is the spacebar more... Maybe I do have to use a different particular switch here for the spacebar. Maybe the long pull spacebar is not giving it crazy sound signature here, but hold on, let me just try tuning it a little bit more. I think it was just the switch a little bit. Okay. Ooh. All right, here we go. Spacebar does sound a little different from the left to the right. Let me check something here. Alphas are great. I actually like the spacebar when it's hitting correctly, but it does feel like I don't think the plate's damaged at all. Well, let me clean up this stab just a smidge now that we've lubed it a little bit. But it does feel like it's a little bit heavier on the left side. Perhaps the palm is causing this to not seat 100%. I'm also concerned that the hot swap socket might be maybe touching the bottom over here. I don't know if that's, for sure or not. One moment while I clean this up a little bit. I think I overlubed it now a little bit here. The alphas are very, 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 very good. Well, you know what it could be too, guys? It looks like the stab didn't seat 110% here.
Love you.
Love you too, dude. This just actually might be a weird stabilizer here. Is the clips opened up yet? I can't see. It might have been user error. Let's see. Love you too, Kevin. Appreciate that, man. The Neo stabs, yeah. Yeah, that's a lot better. Sounds pretty damn good to me. Let me plug this back in. Yeah, the Neo stab clip isn't exactly... It didn't spring as much as I've noticed as the other ones. Alright, let's give this another really fair shot here. I don't know, man. I think this sounds great. I don't know if you guys are able to hear when my headphones just starts dying. I don't know if you're able to hear that at all. Dude, this, I need to tune the stabs better on some of the modifiers here, but oh, that you guys can hear. Dude, this sounds great. Okay, the gasket mount sounds phenomenal. I really like the PP plate with the long poles. I think if I was going with a regular switch, I'd probably still go with aluminum. I really like this. It has a really nice deep tonality. It's very comfortable to type on too because of this really low front height, by the way. This is making this extremely comfortable. I mean, you guys can kind of see it's like soft enough. So I don't think you're going to be able to get this as rigid as maybe you'd want it if you're more into a rigid type of experience. I would say this is exactly in the middle. Not exactly soft, not exactly firm. I really think the copper bottom plus the stainless steel, probably even the brass would sound very, very close. The stainless steel weights in this mixed with the big old bottoms here being copper or brass, I think is an excellent decision. How does the ISO mount compare to the lattice blocks? Well, the ISO mount on this is going to be for the bottom mount. Very, very nice. Very nice, extremely easy to assemble, extremely easy to tinker with as well. So now I guess let's do these bottom mounts. We'll see if this sounds any good. I'm gonna be honest, I'm coming into this with very low expectations. We'll see.
I heard someone said about us living in a simulation. Irrational numbers have non-ending and non-repeating digits, so if we live in a simulation then the creator would have to store all of, say, the square root of 2, and all other irrational numbers.
What the? Thanks for the build, Mr. Streamer. We got one last configuration to go here. I'm just installing, there's little pieces you have to install here for the bottom mount. So we're gonna quickly push these in here and then we'll screw it in for bottom. I can chill a few minutes longer. Oh, hell yes. And thank you, Zany. I appreciate you, buddy. Easy enough to install. I think uninstalling these should be pretty easy too. You just gotta take them out. Although this seems like a better task to assemble than disassemble. You might even just be able to... Hold on, I just want to test something. This is a bit odd, but... Would you guys say this sounds different with those little inserts? Let's just say that you do bottom mount and you don't want to disassemble little inserts. It does sound a bit different, right? Or am I going crazy? No, I would say it sounds close enough. It does? It does? Okay, maybe I'm not going crazy. Yeah, okay, so if you did want to go bottom mount, but you didn't want to have to uninstall these little inserts every single time, you could just leave them in as like a way to change the sound profile too. Because the way this is sitting, you see how it's not exactly flush with the gasket? You see that, guys? They're coned, right? So they're meant to kind of slot into these, and then you screw it in. So maybe that's just another way you can somewhat alter the sound of this keyboard if you didn't want to go maybe in between type thing. All right, now I've got to put these guys in. And these are these Torx? They are, very nice. Sounds the same? Well, I think it's good that it sounds the same, because I think the last thing I would want is for it to sound bad if someone was just, you know, not willing to want to put in the extra legwork there, but... Alright. It's bottom mount time. I don't know how I feel about this. But we're gonna give it a go. Who knows, maybe it'll sound top tier. What keycaps are these? Mecha Kaiju. This is Mecha Kaiju. Bottom PP. Huh? Have you ever purchased WinRAR? Believe it or not, you guys can call me a fucking liar if you please. I actually did. Back in the day when I used to use it. Now I don't touch my Windows computer for literally anything other than playing games. Because I'm just not a big fan of working on Windows. But I actually did. Alright. Musical keyboard? What's this one here, Adam? You want to know why? The real reason I downloaded it? Oh, goodness me. It's because I couldn't stand the pop-up. It was driving me nuts one day, so I said, screw it, how much does this thing actually cost? And I bought it. Oh goodness, my fingers are just not working today. God damn. Duolingo in some ways. I use 7-zip now. The only nice thing is I really haven't encountered any sort of weird things that I need, you know, a specific program here on the Apple computer. But I feel like nowadays most of the compression tools are like pretty standardized-ish. All right, bottom mount. I don't know why I'm doubting this so much. Personal bias, I guess. Okay, I don't think the sound is bad. I do not like the way this feels. Yeah, the sound's not bad. There's a lot of vibration coming through with this, by the way. At least I can feel it. It doesn't sound bad. I just don't like the way it feels personally. You guys can hear the desk, right? Yeah, that's the vibration just like traveling through this to my fingers. I'm not sold on this. I'm not sold on the bottom mount. Maybe that's your cup of tea. Thank goodness it looks like the gaskets had more of the thought put into them. The bottom mount sort of feels like an afterthought, second choice type thing, just to add another mount in. I'm not a fan, personally. Again, not so much the sound. I think the sound actually for this particular mounting doesn't sound too bad. It doesn't have the tonality I think it did as the gasket, but really, really not a huge fan of the feeling. But it really, I mean, I feel like they go through this with a lot of their board releases, but this does feel like a bit of an afterthought. See, now getting them out seems to be a bit of an awkward kind of go here. Might have to use some tweezers. How does it feel? It just feels very... This is such a weird way to describe it. It feels very like wooden and stiff, even though it's not supposed to be. And then you kind of get like a lot of feedback to your fingers. Yeah, we could just screw in different ones, but I mean like... Maybe kind of tuning that would be left up to the user. Hold on one sec. Yeah, I don't like getting these things out, I'll tell you that much. This is not super fun to get out. Maybe we'll just push them through. It sounds alright in that mode. Am I shocked? No, not really. Yeah, I'll show you guys the bottom here in a second. Let's just go back to Gasket. Do I take out these things too? Yeah, like even taking these out is a bit of a toughie Yeah, you know what? I'll leave these in for now. I'm kind of curious to see if these... I'm taking out these little inserts they make you put in. Let me leave this in for a second. For whatever reason, I actually didn't mind the way these sounded with them in. Yeah, I can feel the difference. You can kind of hear too, there's no like weird desk follow through vibration kind of happening as well. Like, I don't know, it's weird. I think it sounds way better with just the gaskets. There's the bottom, by the way. Yeah, and also just, I don't know, the feeling just so much better. Better typing experience, for me anyways. I don't like the assembly of these. I think this is all a bit awkward, considering how much thought and effort was put into the board for making this really easy. I know it doesn't really require any special tools or anything, but a little awkward on the installation of those bottom mounts. Maybe the most negative thing I can say about this whole entire project. Yeah, they feel like a bit of an afterthought. But the gasket's phenomenal in this. This sounds really good and feels really, really damn good. I guess you can play around with how these are screwed into. Not like you need to put all of them in. A deeper switch for contrast. Yeah, here. I'll go use some different switches to show you guys. You want some blue cheese? The Key Geek ones? No, it's very orange for being copper. Copper has usually a little bit less saturation, I feel. All right, let's get some blue cheese switches. The bottom's nice. I think, depending on what the finalized price point of this is, I think this is a pretty... Keep it a buck with you guys. I think this is a pretty easy pickup. I do. I think this is a extremely, extremely... pretty damn decent pickup. I think you guys will like this if you end up getting one. So, should you get one? I feel like that depends on your situation, but I like it. Actually, let's use this one here. So we're going to put some blue cheese switches on the alphas and just see how these sound. May I eat a blue cheese switch? Yeah. Actually, you know what, Brocker? You make a really good point, too. There is a very, very, very much lack of branding on this. And I feel like recently all we've been seeing is branding on keyboards. Ooh, this is very different. Actually, is it super different? So H and J are the cheese switches. Oh, you know, there's a difference there. I do prefer the sharper switches paired up with the plastic plate. I think I like this combo mixed with the PP plate. But the spring of the blue cheese, I know this is way different now. The spring of the blue cheese feels really good. No, I think I prefer the W1s with this particular combination of things. W1's a nice switch, got to admit. The W1s do slap in this. Curious how aluminum would sound. I will see if we have another day in which we can kind of just slap together an aluminum board. We can even try some different switches, or we could do the same ones. Maybe we can find a good day for that. But I am sure there's going to be plenty of other content people who do very different builds than I did today. I hate when keyboards put branding all over, especially Razer. Yeah. To be fair, the badge on the top right is branding. Neo just made it really classy. This is not the Neo logo, is it? I thought the Neo logo was just like a NEO. Is that supposed to be branding? I feel like it isn't. Maybe I'm going crazy. They have a space planet theme. I actually consider this more of like a ripple. I don't know. This does not look like anything remotely planet-based to me. A split diagonal circle? Oh, they do that. You're right. They do a split diagonal circle too. The blue cheese? Yeah, we just tried some. No, guys, I think, okay, final wrap up of thoughts here. I think Neo has really found their stride with this stuff. The Ergo took me by surprise. And you have to understand too, like the Ergo, I feel like I was more shocked at the Ergo being good because I was so just impartial with a lot of the QK stuff. Like it did a good job, and you know the Neo lineup did a fine job too. And the Neo, even again, when looking at QK and Neo combined, like everything was just like it was okay, like it was good stuff for what it was. The Ergo impressed me. The Ergo, I feel like they took a step back and they rethought of everything they're doing. I feel like this is the same direction. I couldn't be happier with this. I really hope the price point isn't too different from what, you know, the overseas price points are. So again, that around that $210, $20 range. This is fantastic. It looks so good. The only thing look-wise that I could possibly, you know, even input here, but again, this is such a very, very minor / personal thing, is I would have loved to see slimmer side bezels. Obviously, personal preference is a taste thing. This is really nice. The QK65 V2 Classic was okay. Like it wasn't, like it had, the only issue the QK62 V2 had, or 65 V2 had, sorry, was it had the pogo connectors fixed in the middle, which gave it some weird sound profiles where the connector was. This doesn't have this. QK equals entry, Neo equals mid. It's weird because I don't think the QK prices are that different from the Neo prices. You know what I mean? The sound profile might change between brass and copper, but they knocked it out of the park with this. I think the big thing, again, I'd like to point out some stuff that I really want them to like keep on going with. Don't change. I said this with the Ergo. It was really refreshing to see Neo, QWERTY keys focus in on one mounting style. Hell, you can do two. I don't mind when people, do a whole bunch of mounting styles, but it has to feel intentional. It was a nice change of pace from getting like 6 mounting styles where everything kind of felt low tier and everything kind of felt mid. Like I think even in the Neo 80 and then even in the Neo75, the O-rings just didn't feel good. Like I think that was like my major thing was like, oh yeah, these feel like just they threw them in here and they designed the keyboard to accept these when they, have no business doing so. The gaskets on this feel really good. The placements of the gaskets, really, really good. I'm glad they stuck with one. It's fine that they added the other one here. I don't know if that was for me. Like, I really think that was a bit of a miss, when it came to the bottom mount. But again, just like the Ergo, they focused in on one mounting style for the most part. Again, I know there's two, but it feels like they kind of just stuck it on just because. Yeah, and I like what they're doing. I want them to keep on this train of just making really awesome designs with all the stuff they're already doing. Pushing the boundary and just kind of getting things like out there. I think they knocked it out of the park with this one here too. Easy to assemble, good price point, awesome overall visuals of the board too. Like the side profile is fucking insane. Take a look at that one more time. Oh no, it's crooked. There we go. They killed it with this. It's nice seeing some like more sculpted designs on these particular price range of keyboards. Really, really nice. Yeah, it looks expensive, and that's the big thing. Huge fan of this. Good job for the team for designing this. Huge fan. Very clean. Yeah. I see you guys doing Nixie requests. I'll go get one. Let me see if I have it available. Just like that I can quickly snag. I see it. Is this one? I got a Nixie. We'll put one on. Twist his arm, why don't you? No, it's okay. We got it. It's going to be fun when we get the 80 V2, 65 V2, etc. Yeah, I mean, quite exciting, I think. I'm just glad they're keeping on this train, you know what I mean? Like, I'm glad that they keep doing... On the PP, I don't know if this sounds very good. I had a feeling the Nixies on PP wouldn't sound good. There's just nothing there to make it oomph. I don't like this. I think it needs to be on the aluminum plate. Yeah. The reason why I went with polypropylene today is because we use long pull switches. Yeah, it's a bad sound. I think you need to pair it with the aluminum, which we can probably do a stream with aluminum. If you guys want me to use Nixies, you have to, unfortunately, let me order some more Nixies because I don't have any more Nixies. The Obscura switch? I should have an Obscura switch if you guys want to hear an Obscura. Here's one. I don't foresee these being too different from the W1. Yeah, it sounds really good with the Obscura, but... Really nice with the Obscura. I don't know if that's too far off from with the W1. Obscuras are a smidge deeper. Oops. Let's go back and see how this sounds with the W1 now. Oh, you know what? The Obscura did sound a little nicer. The W1 is more of like a knocking sound profile, which is not bad. It's very deep too. I like them both. Yeah, the Obscura does sound a smidge nicer for the spacebar, but you know what? I'll leave in the W1 switch. All right, well, very cool build tonight, guys. I'm very happy with the way this turned out. Love the way this thing looks too, dude. Love, love, love it. What do you guys think? When is someone going to make a plate with just all PP except for the spacebar? Dude, they just need to come back out. Like, I can't remember who did it last. I think it might have been Matrix. They just need to do the dual plates again, like I've been saying forever. They need to make a plate in which you can just swap out the alphas to be something different. You know what I mean? Who did that last? Someone did that sort of recently-ish? How is the build process? That's how the build process was. This was the build process. Real easy, dude. Was it the Freya? The Freya did that. That's right. Yeah, dude, they need to do that again. That looked too difficult. Love it. No, I mean, that's a testament to just how awesome this thing is. That's crazy. You know, that's actually one thing someone brought up to me one time, by the way. Some people actually said this is too easy, and they actually like the whole idea of screwing things in. You know, I feel like that takes a bit more nuanced. But, you know, maybe that is something I should mention too. If you prefer to be more hands-on with your build, you know, in the sense of screwing things in and getting things right and maybe ease of building, which is something I value a lot, you know, maybe it's just not for you, but I think this is fantastic. Again, bit of a nuanced criticism that I've heard people say, but I like this a lot. I think the easier something is to build, the easier it makes so you can go in and mod it is just fantastic. Mind you, I don't mind them. I like the look of screws. So screws are a nice look, but I think this is really nice too. Any chance to avoid stripping screws is a thumbs up in my book. I feel you there, dude. Freya was Wuche, who are totally separate from Neo. Yeah, they're totally different. Wuche is a different brand. All right, guys. That's the stream. I think this turned out awesome. I am, again, just like the Ergo, very, very happy with the way this turned out. Both the mounting styles, unfortunately, didn't sound very... Well, one of them didn't sound very good. One of them was amazing. But I think that's just in typical fashion here with some of these double mounting style keyboards we get. Sometimes you don't get lucky with both. It's a preference thing, I guess, but yeah. Extremely happy with this. Extremely, extremely happy with this. Turned out very good. Let's go find someone to raid, shall we? Let's plug this in. I might use this tonight. Incredible aesthetics on this board was looking at a QK75N or Neo 80. Dude, if you guys were planning to get a Neo 80, or sorry, let's just use the QK75N, because I personally did not like the look of the QK75N. I think that border around the, whatever that thing was, the OLED on the top right, I thought it was a bit tacky looking. I said that during my review as well. I would actually just save up a few extra dollars and probably get this guy here. I think this is way nicer. Is there a Switch logo on this shirt? No, this is the Tejas shirt, but I do have a Switch logo on my shirt. Let's go raid someone here. Let's go raid Stacy. Stacy building, oh, Stacy's building the LX60. All right, guys, I will talk to you guys later. Like I said, I might go live tomorrow. Sunday, if you guys are interested, I will be giving away one of the giveaways that we were supposed to redraw, just because the person ended up not wanting it. So we'll redraw it on Sunday. I might go live tomorrow night. I will let you guys know well ahead if I am. Nah, I'm not really doing anything for Thanksgiving this year, guys, for Canadian Thanksgiving. I think I'm just over it. I think I also need a break from social activities right now. I feel like every week I've had something going on family-wise, or just like we've had something, and I just need a break. Like, I am social batteried, in person out. Like, I'm over it right now. I need some time for myself. You dressing up for Halloween? I want to, but we'll see. We'll see if I do that. Thank you for building. Anytime, guys. I'll see you guys later. Love you guys. Like I said, might be tomorrow, might be Sunday. See you guys very, very soon. Love you, and bye-bye, everybody.